The sporting world's premier website, JimFeist.net, presents America's longest-running pregame show, direct from Las Vegas, ProLine, featuring Jim Feist, who has been red hot with his opening day ProLine offers for 3 straight years and has another Game of the Year winning today. Dave Koken, who was an incredible 15-1 with his top weekly selections last year and is starting off 2009 with a big game release. Scott Spreitzer, who has started the preseason with over 100 stars won and is starting the season off with a 5-play September countdown. Big Al McMorty, the 34-time handicapping champion and winner of the 2007 Stardust Invitational, who is making his ProLine debut this week. Lawrence the Prez Presman, the host of this year's ProLine season with over 10 years of professional handicapping experience behind him. And Roz Warby, who went 14-4-1 with her free pick phone selections last season.
Welcome to the 2009 season of ProLine. It's our 35th year anniversary. I'm Lawrence Presman, your host, honored to be sitting in a chair once held by the great Al Bernstein. We've got a lot of familiar faces with us this year, including my mentor and the greatest handicapper of all time, Mr. Jim Feist. Jim, tell us, what do you expect this season in ProLine, and who is your surprise team in pro football?
Well, first of all, I know that you're called the Prez. Is that Perez Hilton?
I would like it to be Perez Hilton.
You'd like that bank account, right?
If we could trade bank accounts, I don't need to pontificate on picks anymore, if you will.
That's right. First of all, thank you for the introduction. It's very nice of you. And what do I expect from ProLine this year? Well, first of all, I want to welcome you and Big Al down there on the other end to the new season, 35th season of ProLine. I expect a lot of energy this year, a lot of energy, and of course, a lot of winners like we always have. As far as what do I expect in the NFL? Surprise team, I think, might be Green Bay. They played very well last year. They had a lot of tough losses, but their stats were excellent, much better than their end results. You know how the NFL is, bottom to top every year. There's some kind of surprise club. Look for Green Bay to do very well.
Jim, great call on Green Bay. Wow, did Aaron Rodgers look good in preseason. Big Al McMorty, we are excited to have you here, the most successful internet handicapper of all time. Welcome to ProLine.
Thanks a lot, Prez. I'm honored to be here. I used to watch ProLine in the late 70s. I've been handicapping now 32 years. I can't disagree with anything that Jim said. I love 2 teams this season, Green Bay and Minnesota. It's like trying to choose between Marilyn Monroe and Jackie Kennedy. Can't go wrong with either.
Dave Koken, Mr. Smokin', good to have you. Who's your surprise team for this upcoming pro football season?
I'll tell you what, you got everybody fired up, including me. And here's a team that's going to be fired up in the NFL. Best hire of the offseason, Greg Williams, to shore up the New Orleans defense. They got a great offense anyway. Watch out for the Saints this year. They're going to be good.
Smash Mouth, Scott Spreitzer, talk to me. What an honor to be sitting on the same panel as you. Who's your surprise team for 2009?
I can't decide, Prez, between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. I just wanted to see if you were listening. I'm going with Seattle this year. Hey, Holmgren didn't care. He mailed it in over the last half of the season last year. Look for Seattle to be there right to the end of the season.
Thanks, guys. We'll be right back with the North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the Connecticut Huskies, so stay tuned.
I've been red hot with my September Game of the Year offers right here on ProLine for 3 straight seasons, and this year is no different. It all starts with a call to 1-888-260-8339 for my personal service, college and pro parlay, free on a recorded message. Then stay on the line for details on how to get today's mismatch of the year absolutely free as well. That's my personal service parlay and another monster Game of the Year winner, all free. Make the call 1-888-260-8339 or go to jimfeist.net now.
My 5-play September countdown is here. Hi, I'm Scott Spreitzer, and I'm crushing the numbers with the legendary 5-play college and pro countdown led by my college non-conference TKO Game of the Year. Hey, I've produced over 300 stars on the gridiron each of the last 2 Septembers and started last year on a 7-1, 88% Game of the Year run. Hey, it all starts with a toll-free call for my 2-team college and pro parlay of the month. Call 1-888-424-4667. That's 1-888-424-4667 or go to jimfeist.net.
Hi, I'm Dave Koken, and I've got 2 big games to tell you about today. First, a strong opinion on Mississippi State and Auburn that's free on tape right now. at 1-888-567-7660. Plus, I'll tell you about the marquee matchup between USC and Ohio State, a major release on my personal service that I'm making available for just $20. Make sure to be in on these two huge plays, starting right now free at 1-888-567-7660 or go to jimfeist.net.
Welcome back to ProLine. North Carolina going into UConn this week. Before we discuss that game, let's turn our attention over to Big Al. Folks, Big Al is a 34-time handicapping champion. His top service play since 2004, 62-27. WOW. Today, his first day on the show, a 20-0 super system play. No joke, no hyperbole. That's Big L. Talk to us.
Thanks, Prez. Thanks for the kind words. And Prez is right. I've been handicapping for 17 years, winning 34 handicapping championships. I'm the most honored technical handicapper in the country. And today I'm featuring a play out of a 20-0 ATS system. This system hasn't lost in 29 years. And the 21st win in a row is absolutely free on a recorded message. Nobody to talk to. Make the call. And that's not all. I'm also featuring my blowout of the year. Call right now, toll free, 877-92-BIG AL. That's 877-922-4425. Now let's talk about some football, Prez.
Great stuff, Big Al. Now I see why you got a bigger contract than me. UConn, North Carolina, guys, they're playing this week. Both teams come into this matchup 1-0. Neither were tested last week. Last year, played against each other. UConn lost 38-12. This year, they were at home. Scott Spreitzer, 18 years of taking games apart. Take this one apart for us.
In case they were wondering, now you know what Prez did with his first job. He taught at the Toronto School for the Deaf. But I feel like I'm sitting next to Garrett Morris here. But I'll tell you what, by the way, if that school played Liberty, you could go to the window and say, give me Liberty or give me Deaf. But anyway, as far as North Carolina and UConn is concerned, sorry, Dave. Last year I sat here in week 1 and I told you that one of my biggest props I ever had was North Carolina over 6.5 wins. They had a lot of early season injuries. They got over 6.5. They won 8 games last year. Butch Davis doing a fantastic job. It's his best team yet going into this season. Here's the thing, though. I believe they're going to have to run the ball quite a bit in this one, and UConn definitely does because the passing was terrible last week in the opener. Look for both teams to keep it simple. The clock's going to run. A lot of running plays. I'm going to take the contest to go under the total, Jim.
Prez, with that energy level, I'm going to have to turn up my pacemaker to keep up with you.
Old man, stay focused. UConn versus UNC.
Where
are we going?
I'll take my ginkgo, but we're increasing your meds, definitely. As far as this game, when I first looked at it, I said, I like the home dog here. And then I looked at the stats. Zach Frazier last week throwing 3 interceptions against that team. This is a much better team they're playing. They have a new offensive coordinator at UConn. I'm not impressed with the way they're going. I can't play the road favorite. I can't play the home dog. I do agree with Scott. It's an under. Al, what do you think?
Well, North Carolina is locked into a terrible situation on this Saturday. One of the most difficult things for a college football team to do is play at home in week 1 and then go on the road in week 2. And especially if they're favored. Those teams have only covered 106 out of 250 times going back to 1980. And even worse, if they're now playing a non-conference opponent, it goes down to 71 and 117 against the spread. I can't take North Carolina in this role. I'm taking the home dog Huskies. Well, Big Dave?
I'll take North Carolina in this role then. Here's my thoughts. Last year, Connecticut did a good job, but they were a one-dimensional team. They had a terrific running back in Donald Brown, who was responsible for 40% of their yardage, which is ridiculous. He's gone. They've got a running back by committee now. They still can't throw the ball at all. So they're not one-dimensional. They're no-dimensional because they're not going to run on North Carolina. The Tar Heels have a very good rushing defense. Love the way Butch Davis has got this team progressing. I think North Carolina is going to win this game convincingly.
Thanks, guys. The panel will be right back with another college matchup as UCLA travels to Tennessee. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Big Al McMorty, and today I have the offer of a lifetime. My top-rated club owns college football. Since 2004, documented 62-27, including 15-3 last year. Now to kick off college football, I'm releasing a play out of a 20-0 system, and the 21st winner in a row is absolutely free on a recorded message. But that's not all. I'm also featuring a second huge play, my blowout of the year. Call 877-92 Big Al. That's 877-922-4425 or go to jimfeist.net.
Hi, I'm Dave Koken, and I've got 2 big games to tell you about today. First, a strong opinion on Mississippi State and Auburn. That's free on tape right now at 1-888-567-7660. Plus, I'll tell you about the marquee matchup between USC and Ohio State, a major release on my personal service that I'm making available for just $20. Make sure to be in on these two huge plays, starting right now free at 1-888-567-7660 or go to jimfeist.net.
Hi, I'm Roz Warb, and I'm kicking off the ProLine season with my college game of the month, absolutely free on a recorded message. Just call toll-free 1-888-769-9467 for today's big winner, as well as details on our 3-day package featuring my TV Winner of the Week, the Sunday night game between the Bears and the Packers, and Monday night's Chargers and Raiders showdown. It's all free at 1-888-769-9467. That's 1-888-ROZ-WINS, or go to jimfeist.net.
Welcome back to ProLine. In this segment, we're talking UCLA, Tennessee. But first, let's go to Smokin' Dave Koken. Guys, Dave Koken last year, 15-1 in his college football top plays. This year, he had Baylor already last week. Make it 16-1. Dave Koken, he's got a big play tonight. Again, tell us about it.
Old hat for me, Press. Been doing this a long time, and I don't think it's bragging. There's not anybody better than I am finding those one or two best plays out there on the College Board each week. Got to tell you, USC and Ohio State, awesome matchup tonight. Can't wait for this game. It's a contest I like quite a bit. Going to make that available for $20 only through my personal service. First things first, though, Mississippi State at Auburn. I got some great information on this game. I'm going to share it with everybody free of charge on a tape-recorded message. Make sure and call 1-888-567-7660. Start your day off with a huge winner on Auburn and Mississippi State, completely free of charge. Find out about the big matchup between USC and Ohio State.
Old hat for Dave Koken. Now there's a pun, folks. UCLA, Tennessee. What a barn burner this game could be. If it's anything like last year, Tennessee lost by 3, but they were on the road. This year, hosting UCLA. Dave Koken, Mr. Old Hat, who's covering this game?
I think it's going to be Tennessee. First of all, the Pac-10, as opposed to the SEC, got to give the edge to the SEC. Tennessee, even though they've got a new coach, the players remember last year. This game set the tone for this season. They should have buried UCLA in the first half of that game. Made a lot of mistakes. Bruins come back and beat them in the second half, and Tennessee was never the same. They mailed it in under Phil Fulmer. That's not why he's not there anymore. This squad's fired up now with the new coach. Kiffin's got them ready to go. The Bruins struggled with San Diego State last week. That was a phony final score. I think UCLA gets nailed here, Al.
Yeah, well, I can't disagree with anything you said. You know, college football handicapping is all about momentum for me. And take a look at what Tennessee did last week against Western Kentucky, 63-7, a 56-point blowout. And I love to take single-digit home favorites off a game in which they scored 60 or more points. These teams have covered 65% since 1980. I love what Kiffin's done, bringing in all these freshmen. They have the #1 rated offense after last week's game in the entire country. I'm going to lay the wood with the Volunteers.
That's great information, Al. It's very 65% is awesome. You look at another stat here. UCLA or Pac-10 teams traveling east to play the SEC. The number is 3-16 straight up. Then a revenge factor involved in this, and you got Lane Kiffin with the 2-deep defense. They're going to punish him with that ground attack. Tennessee all the way.
Great information, guys. And I tell you what, great information each and every day of the week on our toll-free hotline. 4 plays on the weekend, 2 from Saturday, 2 from Sunday. A play each and every day during the week, Monday through Friday. All you have to do is make the call, 1-888-294-1970. That's 1-888-294-1970. Stick around for more ProLine.
Thanks, guys. Up next, we turn to tomorrow's pro games as the Atlanta Falcons host the Miami Dolphins. Stay right where you are.
Hi, I'm Dave Koken, and I've got 2 big games to tell you about today. First, a strong opinion on Mississippi State and Auburn that's free on tape right now at 1-888-567-7660. Plus, I'll tell you about the marquee matchup between USC and Ohio State, a major release on my personal service that I'm making available for just $20. Make sure to be in on these 2 huge plays, starting right now free at 1-888-567-7660 or go to jimfeist.net.
I've been red hot with my September Game of the Year offers right here on ProLine for 3 straight seasons, and this year is no different. It all starts with a call to 1-888-260-8339 for my personal service, college and pro parlay, free on a recorded message. Then stay on the line for details on how to get today's mismatch of the year absolutely free as well. That's my personal service parlay and another monster Game of the Year winner, all free. Make the call 1-888-260-8339 or go to jimfeist.net now.
Hi, I'm Big Al McMorty, and today I have the offer of a lifetime. My top-rated club owns college football. Since 2004, documented 62-27, including 15-3 last year. Now to kick off college football, I'm releasing a play out of a 20-0 system, and the 21st winner in a row is absolutely free on a recorded message. But that's not all. I'm also featuring a second huge play, my blowout of the year. Call 877-92-BIG Al. That's 877-922-4425, or go to jimfeist.net.
Welcome back to ProLine. We are seconds away from taking apart the Atlanta Falcons Miami Dolphins game. But first, we got to turn our attention to Scott Spreitzer. Smash Mouth himself. 2 unbelievable Septembers in a row. The man is winning at a 67% rate. Mr. Scott, tell us about what you got this weekend.
You make me want to shout. I'll tell you what, here's what we've done. I love the early season numbers. I love to kick them sideways. Soft September lines. When I see him, I'm like Jason when he's chasing and Freddie when he's ready. Relentless, folks, and I'm going to be relentless again this week. A Smash Mouth special, the return of my top 5 football countdowns. 3 plays from college, including my TKO Game of the Year, 2 plays from Sunday's Pros. You don't want to miss out. But first, make the toll-free call to 1-888-424-4667 and grab my college football to pro football 2-team parlay of the month free on a recorded message. 1-888-424-4667, and I will kick the book sideways all weekend long.
You know the man's excited. The guy's rhyming, folks. Next week, he'll do his old pitch and rhyming couplets or a haiku. Anyway, Miami, Atlanta. Last year, unbelievable year for both teams. This year, tons of expectations for both teams, and I think they're going backwards.
Hey,
Scott,
haiku to you, okay?
Haiku to you. Talk to us about this game.
I'll tell you what I like about this game is we've got a couple of teams that have regressed in the offseason. You know the Atlanta Falcons, by the way, guys, the franchise? I have to gather myself here after all this. The Atlanta Falcons franchise has never had back-to-back winning seasons in all these years. Ain't going to happen this year either as far as I'm concerned. I think the best they'll do is 8-8. The defense is terrible. They can't stop the run. Miami can run the football. They have new secondary. That means that the Miami Dolphins can hit that pass or two here and there. But I also think that the Falcons will be able to move the ball against Miami. I think there's going to be a lot of points. I'm taking this contest to go over the total.
A lot of people, when they looked at this line, I mean, we're looking at 4-43, they said, I mean, that's a big number to lay against Miami, and because they don't score a lot of points, they run a lot of under games. But when you look at the defense for Atlanta, they're going to have to play zone because they can't stop the pass. Their backs, the corners don't stop. They can't stop the run. They got 5 defensive players they have to replace. Miami has a strong running game. Pennington at quarterback. They don't have the wrong favorite, but the wrong favorite is going to win the game. Miami will win this game.
I like Atlanta here. You know, I do agree that Atlanta's defense isn't anything to get excited about, but Miami's starting a rookie cornerback. Their safeties are much better against stuffing the run than defending the pass, and I love Matt Ryan. He's very cerebral. He's got Roddy White to throw to. He now has Tony Gonzalez. I think Atlanta's going to get this job done here. I'm going to take the Falcons. Big Dave?
Well, I think the Falcons will have a good offense. I think Ryan's going to be a better player than he was last year. He's got some really good people around him, but their defense could suck. Okay, I mean, this is not a good stop unit. And the Falcons were a surprise team last year. They're going to go backwards this year. Miami probably will as well. I don't think that wild Dolphin offense is going to fool people. It didn't last year down the stretch, by the way. They never scored a touchdown out of it the last 6 games. I think the Dolphins are ahead of the Falcons right now, though. Miami plus the number looks good to me.
When we come back, it's another pro matchup as the Dallas Cowboys take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stay right where you are.
I've been red hot with my September Game of the Year offers right here on ProLine for 3 straight seasons, and this year is no different. It all starts with a call to 1-888-260-8339 for my personal service, college and pro parlay, free on a recorded message. Then stay on the line for details on how to get today's mismatch of the year absolutely free as well. That's my personal service parlay and another monster Game of the Year winner, all free. Make the call 1-888-260-8339 or go to jimfeist.net now.
My 5-play September countdown is here. Hi, I'm Scott Spreitzer, and I'm crushing the numbers with the legendary 5-play college and pro countdown led by my college non-conference TKO game of the year. Hey, I've produced over 300 stars on the gridiron each of the last 2 Septembers and started last year on a 7-1, 88% game of the year run. Hey, it all starts with a toll-free call for my 2-team college and pro parlay of the month. Call 1-888-424-4667. That's 1-888-424-4667, or go to jimfeist.net.
Prez here, and my team and I have 2 big offers to tell you about. Chicago goes to Green Bay Sunday night. I not only know the winner, I'll give you the score free. My second package, I don't release 3-team parlays often, but my team has spent over 1,000 hours studying USC, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan, UCLA, Tennessee. We're going 3-0, $9.99. Just call 1-888-650-7949 or go to jimfeist.net.
Hi, I'm Big Al McMorty, and today I have the offer of a lifetime. My top-rated club owns college football. Since 2004, documented 62-27, including 15-3 last year. Now to kick off college football, I'm releasing a play out of a 20-0 system, and the 21st winner in a row is absolutely free on a recorded message. But that's not all. I'm also featuring a second huge play, my blowout of the year. Call 877-92 Big Al, that's 877-922-4425, or go to jimfeist.net.
Welcome back to ProLine. We're going to be talking Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but first, I got to tell you about Jim Feist. My mentor, legit, folks. Hyperbole or not, this guy's the man when it comes to handicapping. Every year he releases a game of the year on the first show of the year. Every year it wins. Jim, manishtana.
What?
That means why should this show be different from any other show?
It shouldn't be. I have tradition. I've been making it a tradition to start the season off with monster winners, Prez. In 2007, it was my mismatch of the year with Oklahoma State, 42-6 winner. 2008, my college blowout of the year, another easy winner with Arizona winning 41-16. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Start the season off by calling toll-free 1-888-260-8339 for my personal service, college and pro parlay. That's 2 big games, absolutely free on a recorded message. Then stay on the line for details on my 2009 mismatch of the year that once again is completely free of charge. That's 1-888-260-8339. Call now.
Tampa Bay hosting Dallas this Sunday. Both teams are, they're seeing this season slightly differently. Tampa Bay would be happy to get 4 wins. Dallas, they're looking for the promised land. Big Al McMorty, what does your stats machine tell us about this game? Your database tool, your handicapping coup de grace.
Well, Prez, my database has a lot of good stuff on this game, and what I find most interesting is taking a look at how home dogs do in week number 1 of the NFL. If you look at Monday night, they're incredible, but on Sunday, they're dreadful. And the worst part about being a home dog on Sunday is if the team was a winning team the previous year. Of course, Tampa Bay last season, 9-7. Winning teams that start out the next season as a home dog, 3-18 straight up, 5-15 against the spread, lay the points with the Cowboys. Dave?
Wow, those are some pretty strong stats. I know one thing. I don't want Tampa. I'm not that sold on the Cowboys either. They have a real lack of depth on this team. I think Wade Phillips will be a guy who may not complete the season. Let's put it that way. I think the pressure is going to build on him. One thing I see in this game, very few points. I don't know where Tampa's going to get their offense from at any point this season. Dallas has a pretty good defense. Not really sold on their offense, to tell you the truth. I like this one to stay low scoring, Scott.
I can see that. I want to speak a little bit about Raheem Manishtana first. Actually, the coach of the Tampa. Okay, Raheem Morris. Anyway, here's what he did last year. He basically takes over the defense for Monty Kiffin when Monty Kiffin decides to focus on Knoxville and his job with his kid. And what happens? They have their worst 4-game defensive stretch since Monty Kiffin was there, 13 seasons. So what do? They promote Raheem Morris to head coach. I don't know. Sounds like a government agency to me. But anyway, I think this team is terrible this year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to be lucky to win more than 2 games. If you look at their schedule, 0-7, a very good possibility. As far as the Dallas Cowboys, guys, I think this is a 7 or 8 win season for this team. I agree with Emmitt Smith with what he said on TV the other day, that this team is going to have a hard time getting to 500. It's going to be an ugly game, but I believe the Dallas Cowboys are going to pull it out. I'm going to lay the points.
Well, Dallas does have a lot of competition in their own division, that's for sure. So, but this game, we're talking about one game here. This is one of my strongest plays of the week, so I'm not going to talk about it here on the show. Make sure you make the phone call, 1-888-260-8339.
After a quick break, we'll be back with the plays of the week from the entire ProLine panel. Don't go away. Hi, I'm Roz Warb, and I'm kicking off the ProLine season with my college game of the month, absolutely free on a recorded message. Just call toll-free 1-888-769-9467 for today's big winner, as well as details on our 3-day package featuring my TV Winner of the Week, the Sunday night game between the Bears and the Packers, and Monday night's Chargers and Raiders showdown. It's all free at 1-888-769-9467. That's 1-888-ROZ-WINS, or go to jimfeist.net.
Prez here, and my team and I have two big offers to tell you about. Chicago goes to Green Bay Sunday night. I not only know the winner, I'll give you the score. Free! My second package, I don't release three-team parlays often, but my team has spent over 1,000 hours studying USC, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan, UCLA, Tennessee. We're going 3-0, $9.99. Just call 1-888-650-7949 or go to jimfeist.net.
I've been red hot with my September Game of the Year offers right here on ProLine for 3 straight seasons, and this year is no different. It all starts with a call to 1-888-260-8339 for my personal service, College and Pro Parlay, free on a recorded message. Then stay on the line for details on how to get today's mismatch of the year absolutely free as well. That's my personal service parlay and another monster Game of the Year winner, all free. Make the call 1-888-260-8339 or go to jimfeist.net now.
Welcome back to ProLine. It's time for our plays of the week. Let's start with Big Al. What do you got for us?
Well, Prez, earlier in the show, I talked about how terrible Game 2 road favorites are off a home game in Game 1. My play of the week, I'm going to go against Kansas and take Texas El Paso as the home dog. And now, make the call, 877-92 Big Al. I'm featuring a game out of a 20-0 ATS system, plus I have my blowout of the year, 877-92 Big Al.
Smokin' Dave Koken, talk to us about your play of the week.
Top plays of the games we talked about today. I think Tennessee is going to handle UCLA without too much trouble. Big information to pass along on Auburn hosting Mississippi State. That's free on tape right now. 1-888-567-7660. Not just the selection, but the information as well. So I want to make sure and call that number, 1-888-567-7660, plus more information on how to get the big play tonight between USC and Ohio State.
Smash Mouth in Limerick form. What do you got for us?
I tell you what, my best play on the show this week is the under between Carolina and UConn. Hey, your best play, 1-888-424-4667. I've got my 2-team college to pro parlay of the month on there right now for free, plus information on my top 5 countdown. You make the call, I count them down, I kick the book sideways.
Great-grandfather of handicapping, dear sir, what do you got for us?
Oh, you'll be punished for that, definitely. Outside after the show. Definitely. Miami Dolphins are going to take advantage of the deficiency in the Atlanta defense. You really don't believe how bad this defense can be and probably will be, especially as the season goes on. But this week, Miami wins the game straight up. Now, don't forget to make the call, 1-888-260-8339. And when you're on the line, you're going to get details on my 2009 mismatch of the year. That's right. And you're going to get a parlay, pro and college parlay as well on that call.
That's the show. It's a wrap. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you every Saturday, 7:30 a.m. on USA, or visit us on the web, www.jimfeist.net.